Welcome to Northfield Mount Hermon School. My name is John Carroll. I work in athletics and coach our boys basketball team. Today we're joined with 4 student athletes from our boys program to talk about athletics at NMH. Tell me about your reasons for choosing Northfield Mount Hermon.
I'll start off because this is pretty easy for me. It's a combination of 2 things. The balance that you can find here as a student athlete and the community. So for me, when I was looking at a lot of schools, athletics was a huge part of my search. I came in as a Nordic recruit and I wanted to find a school where I could have rigorous academics and be a good student, but then also have that highly competitive athletic environment that I needed to succeed, in both areas. And then I want to do a lot of things outside of those 2 realms as well, and really be an active member of our community. So I wanted to be able to find balance. And then in being part of the community, I wanted to have a community where it was open, people were accepting and friendly. And I was able to find both of those things here.
I think just to add to that, I mean, I've had, I play lacrosse here and also row in the fall. And at the same time, I also sing in Hagapella, which is an all-male a cappella group here. I've done a bunch of stuff on stage too, which just kind of explains the balance they were talking about, which I think is something pretty unique about this place. So.
Yeah, it definitely has. When I was deciding, I needed the best mix of athletics and academics, and they say that when you're the best player on your playground, you need to find a better playground. So when I definitely wanted to move to the next level in terms of my basketball career, I wanted to play in college. I'm not saying I'm some kind of genius or anything, but I definitely wanted to move up in academics for what I was looking for in college. But that's one of the reasons why I decided to come here.
For me, it was more like the people I met before coming here. The soccer team came to Spain actually for preseason, and I met the team, and I had lunch with them one day, and I met the kids that I wanted to be with for the next 2 years, and I could see myself with them, and I don't know, I like the community that I was going to be surrounded with.
The challenge is always leaving where you are, and I think AJ said it, having the courage to leave the playground when you're the best kid in the playground. There's comfort in that, and it's also scary to make the move. So when you're sitting there making your decision to choose NMH, what were some of the things that you had to overcome, and what were the advantages that led you to make the leap?
As an international student, like coming all the way from Spain here, it's never easy, and I don't know, you leave all your family and like friends. You always think like, I'm too far away from home, but you find your friends in your team, in your class, in your dorm, and I think the relationships you make here are different from anywhere else. And as I've said before, the community here is really helpful, and I think they don't let you fail. You make friends that are for your whole life.
The thing that I realized is that it's not that hard to stay close, to stay connected. I get to go home, a good amount, especially over the summers. I spend a large amount of time with my friends, and I'm always talking to them. And then on top of those friends that I have back home, of course, I've made a huge amount of friends here, both students and faculty, who have really been there by my side to support me.
You guys are involved in 8 or 9 different sports. So specifically to that program that inspired you to come, what were the factors for choosing that program and then the larger Northfield Mount Hermon athletic program?
I came here to play basketball 3 years ago, and the one thing that really made a clear distinction from NMH from other prep schools was when bringing in new guys, we'd never sacrifice a person's character for their talent level. And I think that's definitely something I wanted to surround myself with, both at this level and then at the next level. So not only on the court, but also off the court. And I knew that a school like that, where a specific athletic team would have that mentality, I figured that the rest of the school would. So that really helped convince me that this was really the place for me.
For me, coming in and looking specifically for Nordic, I was looking at NMH, and then I was also looking at some much more competitive schools, specifically ski schools, where you go and your primary focus is skiing, and then everything else comes second, especially your social life. Forget about that, but academics too as well. So I needed a program that could make me better, but where I could also be things other than just an athlete.
Talk about what it means to be a teammate at NMH.
Yeah, being a teammate here, being a part of the NMH athletics program is being there to support your teammates, to show leadership at times too. I know specifically speaking about basketball that the NMH basketball program currently has 11 players in the Ivy League, and in the last 2 years have been captains at Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, and Princeton. And I think that speaks a lot to the culture of NMH athletics and what it really means to be a leader and a teammate.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the teams that I've been a part of these past 4 years have had a huge impact on my time here. They've molded me into the athlete, but also more importantly into the individual that I am. My teammates have taught me, humility, respect, sportsmanship. They've taught me how to win with grace and more importantly how to lose with grace. And they've pushed me constantly to be better. And they've really had a great impact on my life. So much of a great impact that in my college search, I specifically looked to my teammates for advice. And I'm actually following one of my teammates, Mohammed, to college next year as well.
I believe all four of you have gotten into your first choice. I know you said no to some pretty high-powered universities and colleges in order to make the choices that you made. Talk about how the college counseling combines their role with athletics in order to help you make those decisions.
My college counselor is also my soccer coach, and that's a great advantage because your soccer coach can call some other college coach by being the college counselor. So that's really helpful because the connection is so much faster than anywhere else. And I mean, he helped me with my college search. I'm going to Yale University next year, play soccer there. And he really supported me in my decision. He wanted the best for me. He wanted me to find the best academic and athletic school for me and where I was going to be happy and succeed.
Yeah, I think, having my coach and my college counselor, who's the girls' coach, working together was something that really made a huge impact on my college shirts. But also the amount of contact that my head coach had with college coaches in the colleges that I was looking at. Constant communication. I mean, more than I was allowed to with the recruiting rules to talk to coaches. My coach was, on the phone, emailing, doing everything that he could to make sure that my name was getting out there and that coaches understood what type of athlete I was, what type of person I was, and the effect that I'd be able to have for the program. So the amount of communication that Grant did for me as an athlete definitely boosted me a lot, yeah.
Can you talk about the fact that the path has already been paved for you guys as far as athletic achievement at our school? Boys cross country, 27 New England championships, more than any other prep school in New England. Boys basketball, New England champs in 2012, national champs in 2013. Soccer has won 6 championships, more than any other prep school in New England. 60 All-Americans in girls swimming, so on and on and on and on. What does it mean specifically to play your sport knowing that those achievements has happened? And then the overall achievement, what does it mean to be part of the larger athletic program at NMH?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start off having run cross country and been a part of what I would like to describe as a legacy of success. It definitely sets the bar a little bit higher than it would if you were at another school, because it's not just, you're not just doing it for your school, you're not just doing it for your teammates. There's hundreds of alums who you're doing it for too, who religiously follow the team, who come back and visit, and it matters to them a lot, and it makes it matter more to you. So having that and then having that prestige as a program which we have definitely helps you in your college search, because coaches know, we have the top runner from NMH looking at the school. This is the type of school, this is the type of athletes that they make, this is the legacy that they have.
Yeah, definitely the legacy is really important. In NMH basketball, like you said, 2012 New England champions in the spring of 2013, they won the national championship. And that fall, the fall after that spring was my first semester here at NMH, so I knew that coming in, I had a big shoes to fill. But I knew that definitely drove me to want to work harder to get back to where they were not just a few months before I got there. And after 2 seasons, we kept getting better, I think. And then this past year, this spring, we just won the 2016 New England Championship. So I'm glad I was able to continue the winning tradition of NMH basketball and continue that legacy for the next couple classes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when you come here, what you feel is pride to wear the same jersey that someone else has worn and has won a New England championship, a national championship, and I think that pushes you to succeed. It pushes you to try to do better, to try to do better than the past athletes, and you want to leave the name of NMH Athletics really high, and whenever you play a sport here, I think you just want to leave the record really high. And
yeah, most years the lacrosse program holds an alumni game, and it's always wild to see all these guys come back who even played 30 years ago at NMH and still want to come back and play. And then you also have guys who graduated a year or two before, and just to see the talent that the school has had in the past is inspiring and makes you want to work harder.
You came here as a Nordic skier. You ended up leaving here a cross-country runner. Talk about the opportunities that you have. You're obviously very high-level athletes, but choosing a different sport, what's that like here? Do you have to be crazy experienced to have that, under your belt, or can you just jump into a new sport and try something new here at NMH?
Right. So I came in skiing Nordic, expecting to ski Nordic in college, and I'm going to be running cross-country indoor and outdoor track at Amherst College next year, which I'm really excited about. And when I came in as a freshman, I was new to track, I was new to cross-country, both sports that I had never competed or trained for in my life, and I found huge amounts of success in both sports. Coming in, I never expected to come out as a runner. That was never the plan. It was just something that I was going to do to train for Nordic. And I just found a new passion in the sport. I found a group of people who really supported me and a lot of success. And that was it widened the playing field for me as far as the colleges I was looking at, the opportunities that I had, the resources available to me. So it was great. Yeah.
I mean, I came here to play soccer. I've been here for 2 years, and my senior spring, I decided to run track with Esteban. I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to get in good shape and to have a new experience in a different team that I had never competed for. I mean, I've never run track before, and now, like 1 week away from the New England Championship, I may compete in it because I think I've done pretty well. But I think before coming here, I would have never expected to run track or play any other sport. And now you see yourself here, and you are like, maybe I should try new things. What if I'm good at it? And you can discover things that you had never expected and be good at it too.
Tell me about the balance at Northfield Mount Hermon School between athletics, academics, and your social lives.
I think the balance between doing various activities here at NMH, whether that's athletics, academics, or any other extracurriculars you're a part of, are made easy by the way the schedule is set up with the college model academic program. It allows for incredible amounts of time after you finish your academic classes to play lacrosse or to rehearse for a play you're working on, whatever it is.
I am a 3-season varsity athlete. I have been since my freshman year. I've taken multiple APs. I'm a part of 2 committees, 4 groups, affinity group. I'm a deacon in the chapel, a resident leader in our dorms. I balance all of that at the same time. I think the school has prepared me really well, especially starting my freshman year, to be able to handle all of that because I like to do it all.
What's some of your favorite highlights of the campus?
I think the view from the hill, from the chapel, is the best view on campus. Every single time families visit, I'll just show them that. It's beautiful in the spring, green. You can see the colors of the trees in the fall and the snow in the winter. It's pretty awesome.
Tell me what it was like to be a part of your team this year.
The relationships I've built with my team this year are relationships that will definitely last a lifetime. And I think that's something pretty unique to NMH. And there were some tough losses that we had, but we were able to stay together. And the next day we were back at practice working at 100% to get that win, to get that loss back.
The camaraderie we had this year in the basketball program was incredible, I think. Having a group of 18 like-minded individuals, some of the most competitive guys I've ever had the pleasure of playing with, we were all focused on one goal, winning a championship, and the fact that we ended up winning this spring was one of the most rewarding experiences I've had in my life, and that's definitely something I'll take with me forever.
I think that the relationship we have in the soccer team here is unbelievable. It's different. We like to be serious on the field, but we're also goofing around outside, and I think both of them make us succeed. And I think it's necessary to have a little bit of chill time and downtime outside the field, but then go back and be completely focused.
I want to thank these 4 tremendous student athletes for spending some time with us today and sharing their thoughts about North Fremont Herman athletics. We hope to see you at campus very soon.